Could the New England Patriots be making some big moves before the start of the NFL season? Let's talk about it. My name's Aaron, host of Sports Talk Patriots, your one-stop shop for everything New England Patriots. Breaking news, rumors, insights, whatever it might be, subscribe to this channel. We're going to talk about it on a daily basis. Hit that like button, comment below. We'll be talking it up. It'll be great. That being said, the New England Patriots, big moves ahead for them? Who knows? Plenty of time before the regular season starts. We do know there are still some question marks. There's still a lot of young talent on this team. What are they going to do? So real quick, I want to just show you this. Their wide receiver core. You have a couple studs coming up who are rookies. Javon Baker and then Jalen Polk. Two guys, a lot of potential. The Patriots really hoping they can get a lot of production out of these guys. You still have Douglas, the leading receiver. And then as well, you have Hunter Henry, who was just a dog last year and killed it. But really, when you look at the wide receiving core, besides that, yes, you got Osborne that's rolling in. Juju, who even knows? I mean, should he make the team? Yeah, possibly. But there could be some moves that are made that maybe, even though the Patriots still owe him $7 million, that they could just drop him and say, see you later. That being said, there is talent, but you could easily argue that the New England Patriots have not one of the best wide receiving cores. So that being said, is this the big change they want right here? Brandon Aiyuk, the number one receiver for the San Francisco 49ers, who just made a Super Bowl. And so the big question is, should Wolf go after him? Should he go into discussions with John Lynch, with the 49ers, and say, hey, we're interested. What do we need to do to pique your interest when it comes to this trade? So I really want to talk through why this would be a good thing for the Patriots, and then why possibly this would be a bad thing for the Patriots. So we're going to go through each one. First thing, Brandon Aiyuk is ridiculous. All right. So it's not often that teams have a great opportunity to pick up a number one receiver. So off the bat, Jacoby Brissett, most likely, obviously, we're assuming he's starting. And then Drake May, they have a number one target to throw to right off the bat. Polk, Baker, obviously, again, have that potential. What's going to happen with Juju? Douglas is most likely not going to be leading the team in receptions, but when it comes down to it, you want a veteran, you want someone who has an understanding of, obviously, the NFL, has an experience, and I feel like this is a slam dunk. And what's wild too here is you look at this, he ranked second best when it comes to his yards per catch with 17.9. That is ridiculous. He's durable. He's only missed one game in the past 3 years, which is crazy as well. So if you're looking from Wolf's standpoint, from the Patriots organization standpoint, hey, if we get this guy and put him in, is he going to be reliable? Are there going to be question marks? Off the bat, I feel like, no, there's no question marks. We see his productivity. We have seen him play for the 49ers as well. We know there's not injury concerns that we already have with other players like Juju. So he comes in day one, should be a massive impact and have no issues. But then again, you look at this offseason, all these people that got all these great contracts as far as receivers. Amon-Ra, he got paid. Justin Jefferson got paid. All these different guys got paid. So the Patriots need to be willing, to pay that man. But that being said, I think that if they were able to get him, I think what's really going to be the trade-off is probably giving, for sure, a first-round pick, like minimum. That is going to be the issue. So that's really the thing that is up for debate. Do you want to give that up for Brandon Aiyuk? In my opinion, that's a no-brainer. Would you want to give multiple up? Again, I think it's a no-brainer. The Patriots have shown in the past they've been able to get good talent later on in the rounds. I think they can still do that. So I don't think that should be a huge issue. When you have an opportunity at a great wide receiver like Brandon Aiyuk, I think you jump on it. But then as well, you just look in that division. There are a lot of great receivers. And again, the Patriots, we look again right at their wide receiving core. There we go. and just not a lot of talent, not a lot of experience. Again, Douglas, who was the leading receiver last year, literally that was his first year last year. And so obviously, again, Jalen Reagor, he's probably not going to get a ton of time. He's probably going to be more of a return man. And then as well, we're just looking at these two young guys, Polk and Baker, who should be huge contributors. But I think another positive when it comes to Brandon Aiyuk is the fact that you bring in a guy like this, and he can bring those guys under his wings. There we go, and be able to kind of coach them up, be a role model for them, and kind of really help them as they transition into the NFL. So I think that's another no-brainer. But that being said, he's not going to be cheap. They're probably going to have to offer a lot to get him. And again, I think that's something that's worth considering. Jumping in again, you look at the leading wide receiver we said was Douglas at 561 yards. Granted, remember who he was working with. Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi, the Hilltoppers' finest from Western Kentucky right there. And so they didn't have much to work with. And then we look over at Brandon Aiyuk. Brandon Aiyuk, almost 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns. Look at that average again, 17.9. Yes, you can argue, look at the other talent he has on that team. He has Kittle, he has Debo, he has McCaffrey. There's a lot of weapons on that team. And so they made a lot of problems for other defenses. And so, yeah, sure, the ball was spread out more. And so that's a possibility. But I still think, too, he's going to be as productive, especially if, Jacoby, if he's starting the season, if he's being consistent throwing him the ball. I hate using the term game manager, but Jacoby can do that. If he can get him the ball, I think he can do well. And so I think it's a slam dunk in my opinion. I think it's a good pick. You got to be willing to give stuff up. But I think that would be a good start for the Patriots. Again, on the flip side, I think you can argue the Patriots are probably going to take a couple years to rebuild. So those draft picks that they would be giving up would be early on draft picks. For instance, I literally just looked on a second ago, and it was a mock draft, and it had the Patriots picking second overall. Is that a possibility? Yeah. I mean, the Dolphins aren't bad. Hopefully the Jets still suck. And, the Bills, who knows what will happen with the Bills. But, I mean, that division is not an easy division. And so that being said, it could definitely and probably most likely will be a rebuilding year, and it'll take a few years to kind of get back, or just a couple years to get back even to playoff contentions. Listen, I have hope that it's next year. You never know. Look at the Houston Texans. Great example. Blew everyone out of the water, blew away everyone's expectations, did not think they would even make the playoffs or do that well. Rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud went in, balled out. A lot of young receivers. Same situation over in New England, possibly. Solid defense? Yeah. Okay. So you never know. But that being said, the flip side, the devil's advocate to this whole Brandon Aiyuk thing would be you're giving up potentially high draft picks. And are you willing to do that? I, again, think the answer is yes. I think you need to take a chance. And if he seriously is considering wanting to leave, now it's possible that he doesn't want to leave. And he wants to figure something out in this new contract with the 49ers. But then again, if he can't, obviously the man wants to get paid. He's seen all these other guys get paid. So he would be willing to take a chance with a younger team, possibly like the Patriots. But I think when it's all said and done, I think that Wolf needs to be aggressive. He needs to show in this post-Belichick era that they're not afraid to make moves. And I think this would be an awesome get for them, a huge splash, and showing everyone, hey, we mean business. So that being said, get Aiyuk, get that man. Let him play football for the Patriots. That being said, thank you again for tuning in to Sports Talk Patriots. I'm Aaron. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment below. What do you think about this whole situation? Should the Patriots get Aiyuk? Should they try to trade for him? If not, what do you think they should do? Let's hear it. Peace.